Still making go of things here, EDG. Trying to make that play. Good trade by TenZ once more, but a smoke dropped down. Leaving it just down to TenZ, and he's doing damage right through the wall. Isolates the one for Bullet.
Yes!
Oh boy!
Tyson! Well done!
Both teams are going to be comfortable.
Oh, super comfortable. You're going to get some serious high-level Valorant here today. Assuming that all of the players turn up, because both teams like to stress each other out too. They're going to force gunfights at times, lean on that confidence.
All right.
And your form needs to be good on the day. I gotta be honest though, the battle that's drawing my eye immediately is Kyedae versus Zeka.
Sentinels.
The Neon matchup. You see them with nobody watching over towards A long as Sentinels were trying to sneak up C. The game was given away.
Yeah, smoke is propped up in the face a second, but it's still util ready and waiting over the shoulder. Here's the fault line. The relay bolt just ricocheting wildly. It's going to be that split in through, but still they don't have backside control. EDG making sure to flood in with a couple of players, but the pause is called and an evacuation by Sen. They don't want anything to do with the C site.
I like that.
Where are they going though? Because Kyedae waiting here on B gets caught.
No way, Sheriff in his hands. It felt like he was almost good for the one, but gearing up for a bit of an attempt through this one, just biding their time, waiting in the smoke, and they hear the rumble of the footsteps. Nobody is going to be tested. A lot to overcome into this spot with the movement. Clean up and over, but here comes the pincer. Crunch from behind.
3v3.
And Sassy's now the one who has
Holy
to
shit, look at Sassy.
TenZ got stuck on that pivot. Sassy sees them, stunned.
Nice.
The pixel angle that he's working with here, but the damage
What?
is being dished out. Sentinels left scrappy, and it's down to Zelsis trying to tap with the ghost.
Wait, what happened?
To cool down the weapon.
I want
in
to
his
see
hand.
that.
Simon the Rookie steps up.
Simon and
If you win here, you get that
Smoggy
minimum of top 3.
still on Ghost. Huh.
Never even been able to replicate that 5/6 finish at a tournament. It took outrageous performances from Kyedae, putting on an all-star.
This is scary.
Yeah. Attempt as well
Spike down
from
B.
Sentinels to see if they can get that easy plant down, but it's already read by EDG.
You see how he's just holding A long in this round on his own. Sentinels need to be able to shove him off, and EDG have lots of different ways that they can trap around this. It's getting not risky so much, but economically damaging, and in the midst of all of this, TenZ has snuck his way in a little.
Yeah.
Given away his position, unfortunately. Kind of had to.
I don't think there should be any danger here unless TenZ was able to lurk his way behind.
30 seconds left.
But you can see that the EDG players are willing to take these fights. And it has been an expensive round.
Yeah.
Other mischief he can get up to.
The cage, okay, shot down, at least chasing
That's pretty
him down.
great eco damage.
That is not bad.
Chat.
So I'm going to be using a little bit of kit, making sure that they can clear the way.
Zach looks so comfortable on Neon in comparison to Jet. I'm happy for him that they decided to make that change, to be honest. Like, yeah, Jet's great and all, but if your player isn't going to be super, super confident, this change is genuinely a lot better.
Slow down any approach from Sen in case the punish was there.
This is super scary.
His side, still flash has to be avoided, still gets the one. Great adjustment and snap back with a crosshair placement. 40 seconds left for Sentinels.
No way.
The question remains, which way are they trying to land? And NorFF will give them critical information to work with.
It looks like they're going to group up over towards A.
I thought that shit bugged chat and I was going to lose my mind. What the fuck?
25 seconds left, jump spots. Smoggy sees it, catching it. A lot of information gathered. Fault line is good though. Just concatenates on top, and Simon just trying to play this tight angle. Blinded
Okay, I don't.
side,
Why is it
lands that
buffering?
shot. Traded though, plant down for John QT, nothing to push this one back.
I don't know if that's just a me thing.
Nobody's going to be praying that somebody opens
Nice,
up wide, but
CT.
up onto the heaven angle. Celsius.
Oof,
claiming
2 are
that
low.
one. Drop down.
Let Tyson take first contact. Peek off him.
Left with the Bulldog. They're here to reload. It gives TenZ
Yeah,
the
okay.
prime opportunity to just pre-aim.
We're feeling like that today.
And he might not be too impressed in terms of who they've actually bested. But for me, I've been paying attention to how they've been trying to play. And look at this, bit of a trap play setup, but stun missing. Hello.
Oh, hell no. That's Crash Out. I I'm crashing out.
At least for John QT.
Oh my god, that is the way I die all the
time. So both teams come out of that
bro, I'm so sorry for you. Actually, that would piss me off so fucking bad. That is like so fucking sad.
Don't choose the aggressive option though. They're keeping players.
This is good.
To try to make up for
I like this.
Nobody has the rifle. Nobody has the rifle, but as he's looking for that information, I mean, that's what happens when a drone is used a little bit prior. Didn't have it to try and safely garner it. At least there's going to be relay bolts as well and space.
Nice fake!
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
They're just starting to realize because no one popped up A.
From Celsius is marvelous.
Wait
but
a
it doesn't
second.
matter.
Yeah, and Smoggy's right back in there. Paranoia is already sent out. That's preemptive. Outlaw in the hands of 140. Second down to the double digits, but still alive for now. Glides to the side. And he is a spearhead.
Bro, Zach is killing it. These past few games, man, it's actually
Cracks over the
insane.
C-site, despite the resistance.
Chat, I fucking hate the Outlaw. They need to take that shit out. What's next?
Extraordinary player.
A fucking shotgun that can one-shot you from like
He'd be able to
long
isolate
distance.
A 1.
A wall to get into, but honestly, with his money low, in a 1v3, best course of action probably going to be to save.
And we're going to see this version of EDG's trap being run on their eco.
Trouble is Kyedae is going to be falling for a second.
That was so nice.
Little win, and he's covered over the shoulder once more by Tens, spraying away.
Wait, that little cheeky smoke chat, so they can pocket and hide.
They've got that diligence, TP up and over, and certainty for Smokey. Just the one before his drop.
Coordination working really brilliantly there for Sen.
That was nice.
That additional pause that Zekken throws into things just to allow Tens on top of the box. They've been doing a lot of that. In a 4v1, Shishu once again finds himself in a spot that's simply unwinnable. 9 HP.
Listen,
wow.
It's a nice shot at Sassy. They're a scary team, a dangerous team over the course of this tournament. Low
That's
expectations,
crazy,
I think,
Sean.
overall. From outside, a lot of the community talking about them.
Absolutely, but I think that made sense at the time too. No other 4th seed even won a match.
Bait and switch setup, fully blinded up there. Smoggy barely gets rid of the dart, so Kyedae's not revealed in terms of his position, but Simon, I believe, spotted off into the corner. Wall up into his face.
So tempted for Simon to swing that.
Yeah, and Zekken, you can see him. He was holding, waiting, trying to bait him in.
They have a good trap set up here for Garage Chat. It's kind of scary. Look how patient we're playing. You guys, we want to win so bad. Oh my god.
On multiple fronts.
Simon's a little far away to deny this plant with his ult. Is he going to rip it?
30 seconds.
But think she's on the team? I am on the team. I'm the 7th man after Curry.
But still the plan is down. Hunter's Fury trying to layer this one down along with the Rolling Thunder. Cacophony of ultimates. And it is coming up to fruition. John Kyedae holding onto the corner. Simon with a reposition, and there's a count for it. John QT dropped down, just can't reset the aim in time. 2v2. A tap. Neurofef reveals it. Fights to be taken down to that 1v1. And Chichu now going to be getting that information. Sassy is revealed with the shots fired off as well. Jump spot, pulls him off. No half in sight for Chichu. He's tapping away as well, praying for those stray shots to hit Sassy. Might need to swing this one, Chichu!
Okay. Okay.
Assuming they can convert the anti-eco.
Kyedae might have something to say with it. Jump spot. In through the sprint and the glide. Fully accurate, nobody. Not long for it. Hot shots fired by Kyedae. He's praying that he can land at least one of the targets, hit one of the domes, but all the signs of life that Sen do see.
Bro, Zach is having so much fun on Neon. Like, genuinely, I'm so happy for him.
3 players over on this site. He's always got that ultimate to be able to go back to the rest of his team.
This is timing.
He might end up just walking backwards into Kong. No.
Okay, broken. Wait a second. Kyedae.
Tyson!
Oh, and accounting for it. They've missed each other.
But he's not watching.
Not watching at all, and still damage is done to second. Softened up from the prior engagement still. Tens.
That timing is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god.
Now over towards A, but
wait, how did Kyedae not hear that cancel though, chat? I feel like it was so close. You want to know why? The audio is absolutely fucked on LAN.
Up to where Tens was, because they know it was only coming that went through.
Bloody hell, I mean, the fault line's dodged here. Simon, there's plenty of chances for him still. He is landing them. The Sheriffs are singing right now for EDG. Defensive smoke. A lot of uncertainty for Sentinels.
Audio shit on that? Yeah,
they can feel it. They're going to try and bail themselves out of this one. The Rolling Thunder is committed. Simon tucked to the corner, but stunned out. There wasn't much he could do into that spot. So Sentinels were pushed into a tricky situation.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, the mid-rounding is definitely, I think, showing that Sen are
Do you hear the fans? That you can't really hear unless like someone on your team is like calming and then the crowd is being loud and it feeds through and then you can hear it a little bit.
I think I'm right in saying the only time they've contested C fully is when they went for it on the pistol round.
Yeah, it feels like the pistol round, at least from my memory. Drone is used, hyper committed into A lobby. So
3A.
Sentinels are going to be aware that that control is given up to EDG.
This is a smart call from Sen if they decide to hit C though.
With a smoke.
Dart not going to be broken here. The Hunter's Fury clears his way through and back and around here. The fault line was dodged by Chichu. Has found himself and carved out a little bit of a pocket and space to play around. Paranoia still here, but he has to stop. It's way too much. Just singeing his feet.
There's so
Chichu
much going on. I actually feel bad for Chichu. Bro, Senti. Oh my god, I feel you, bro.
Overdrive.
Actually, I'm not sad at all.
Shots. EDG are going to need a pick to see if they can make this one doable. Zekin overextending ever so slightly, but still he's good for the kill as well. They're tracking! They just can't get a handle or any sort of control on him. It's precise. Kang almost there. Could have provided a chance, an opportunity, but Smoggy's been left alone into the 1v3 and Tens.
I love how aggressive Tyson gets on Omen. It's so fun to see.
Low enough as well, but again,
Ew.
surgical.
He's like, okay, Zach just died. It's my turn to scale up. Fuck it, TP.
Well. Opens himself up to that angle there, but again, it's the weaponry. I mean, EDG have not been able to recover any sense of that. Nothing built up in the bank.
You see there, John using a cage again for the sound cues, making sure that he can't get pressured. But it is
no!
EDG have only won the pistol and the follow-up. Where's the punish here? Where's the cover?
Yeah,
oh my god, why are we not covering for Gustavo there?
Of his life, but just pulling apart the EDG defense. Second, built up by the camp, stunned up at that. Unlikely to see that follow-up.
I thought Tyson hated G-Pro's super light shape, so how come he's using it? Because Tyson loves to complain, chat. He just loves to have something to complain about. So he's like, okay, let me use the G-Pro, so if something happens, I just have something to blame and complain about.
Off onto the extremity.
He literally roasts the fuck out of me for using the mouse. You're funny for a Canadian?
Sassy Hearts.
What?
He also doesn't know if
what the fuck does that mean?
It's a tough situation to play with the
What?
It might come down to reactions if he gets peeked.
I mean, he's also going to get a barrage unless Chichu can hold that off.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Off spotted.
I'm actually one of the least funny Canadians. So
try and make their moves in through the C site now. All cuts it up. You can see there's an awareness at the back of the heads of Sen. They're worried about this operator in play. We'll get his ult online from this one. Everybody grouped up from
oh
EDG,
wait, this breach ult's gonna go huge.
Try and play for the retake, but it's preemptive. Sen using this to try and strike. Chichu's there. Offset though, nobody covering it. An overextension by Sentinels.
Whoa.
Now it's up to these remaining players if they can pick up the pieces, but the stun is immaculate and the spray
that was
from Zelsis.
Nice.
Only the Wanderer's troubles. From beginning to end.
Ooh, if Sen win champs, Tyson has to go bond with you. Ooh, okay, Mike. Thank you for the 1,000 bits again. Appreciate it.
To play off of, bit of spam through the wall.
Tyson actually
so nice in these spots as well.
Will go any hair color that I say looks good on him. So I could literally troll. I would never do that, but I just said that he should stick to being natural for a little bit.
Go and
I like this. This is good.
Risky, but you're down so many rounds that sometimes risks need to be taken. Doesn't break down the drone. It's a fault line as well. Does catch. Slow down to a cruel cage on the cross. Sowing a bit of that misinformation.
I just thought it was better for him to stay natural. So he has. I think it's good to take a break after you bleach for a bit. But
unaware that they crossed up. And Smoggy now isolated.
Are they double opping?
Through the back of the site. The Yuta once more. It is impeccable. Trying to dodge and weave around from this play. Chichu and Simon now. It's a quick flood attempt in through the back, picking up these rifles in their hands. These for the upgrades. Hunter's Fury scatters through, fights to be taken by EDG. That could be set up for success on most of it, sprayed down. And with the Hunter's Fury dropping John QT, it's another round earned. EDG can add that to the tally. Flexing his muscles. Zekin.
Wait.
Oh my god, yeah, Tens is as well, but they don't realize and anticipate. Okay, Chichu is going to get dropped here right through the smoke. CDG trying to attempt to flood their way through. Reveals all. And Tens will make full usage of it. Paranoia, connection, movement from Kyedae is the only surviving element.
Oh my god.
And praying for a shot to connect
Chat,
there to make it
I
just
sometimes like genuinely forget that this person is my partner. Like, I'm watching him and I'm just like, I don't know.
There are so many angles
like, I don't associate Tyson with Tens. Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys do. But it's like, it's insane. I'm like, holy fuck, this guy's actually nuts.
but it's futile. Toyed with darts. He's having to deal with it all. It's all being dished out. One last hurrah by Sen. And that time, fully against him. A bit of a flourish, but still 8-4. Sentinels maintain that lead. It's all just being quiet, silence. Jiggle spot from Zekken is the only thing to catch a contact of A short. And guess what? There's no EDG players there. Could work to their advantage.
Is, Connor.
That paranoia looks like it's going to be huge.
Yeah, not just that. Fault line, Zelsis. He's got it primed. So it's going to be used. An eye for an eye here with a U-turn. Kang!
Wait, that.
Right there, still surviving,
that's insane.
still kicking. And he wants to take even more away from them. Two removable.
Love the classic.
Zekken still here alive. Worried about this flanking play, but the adjustment is there, at least with the micro aim. Drops Chichu. He's still the thorn in their sides. The paranoia sweeping through. Zekken
Sean, I was talking about how the classic should be nerfed, or like the right click needs to be like removed or something.
Nobody's seeing it. A trade though. Nobody. Great adjustment.
It's so fucking dumb. And it's a free gun.
To give him an in. Win cons are narrow at that. Simon. Off angle. Just can't drop in. One bullet will do it. Zekken somehow still alive in the midst of all of this. One is about to hard. Still.
Ooh!
Just couldn't escape and get out of dodge.
He could have won that.
A bullet to the brain.
And then you can just jump, right click classic and kill somebody.
EDG playing with a lot of
for 156.
It's somewhat similar to what we saw
Oh my god. That's crash out.
Taking contact over towards grass.
Nerf both classic and ghost in my opinion. I don't think the ghost needs any sort of nerf. I think the classic does though. But also, this is me being sour chat because I'm not even joking when I say this. I have genuinely the worst luck, aka don't know how to use the classic, and that's the reason why. But like, I'm so bad with the right click classic. I've tried, and it's so bad. I just get sat down. But then some people are insane with it.
As well because the defensive smoke, Zelsis has found Chichu. That does give away the gun, but got to imagine with side control, EDG as well. Spades at a util, Kang.
They're worried about the flank. They're thinking about pushing spawn and flipping the map. They decide not to, and it turns out that's the right call because most of Sen are back.
An advantage should still be for EDG. Got the guns, tens, okay. That's ridiculous. Zekken's been played in as well. All the crosshair placement being slipped up and around here. Kang is worried about these swings. No way, Sentinels can't be getting away with this. Off onto the flank, they double up players as well. Smoke once more, the dart has to be broken. Nobody's sticking this one. Sassy finally under the fuse, but everybody dropped.
What?
EDG.
That was insane!
Tumble to the floor!
Do you not get jealous? Why would I be jealous?
Currently been fully against them in this match.
What? It genuinely makes me so happy when other people are supporting Tyson. I don't give a fuck if it's a woman. Like, straight up. Everyone can. I think it's weird, too. We die here?
Late with it. I mean, usually Zelsis is going to be playing in the B connector. This time, swapping things over, playing top garage. Was a little late on that, so there's chances that EDG could make something funky happen.
Used by Sentinel, clears out the side as well, so they've got peace of mind. Zekken's sticking this, got half already. Aftershock a little bit late. Trip is nice in case they do extend themselves out and try and take the fight past this point of almost no return. Very weak wars, flimsy paper mache at that Smoggy off from the side, but Zekken cleaned it. At least defusing, sticking all the way while the rest of his team does press that advantage. So there was some level of danger. EDG get that plant down and playing the post from that spot.
One of, if not the most impactful player for EDG in their run at champs. He's absent right now.
Oh my goodness, okay, Kang. Fast play, rips his way past there. Zekken's going to be revealed up as well, but has to respect most of this one. Sassy, trying to play with the drone that was used prior, gets the tag onto the one, but push back and away. But a player dropped on the side of Sentinels. This is the opening that EDG praying for.
Kang's delivered them another one.
Second going for that re-exploration, looking for the info. Simon's tucked, only the shoulder. Smoggy's there to supplement as well, help him. Ow, what is that movement? Second just counters it, Simon. It's an absolute worldie with that shot right there. And the reload bullet sprayed down to the bitter end. Simon, quick to capitalize.
Tens is gonna hit all of these rotates.
Footsteps.
He might be able to cut somebody off as well. Nobody was thinking about going through the garage. That would have been a death sentence. Tens is right here behind them though. If EDG pause for a moment, he's gonna have the backstab.
Yep.
You took 50% to your hairstylist. You're so nice.
He is
oh
so
yeah,
quick.
of course.
Right
Any time.
He's free, and it will be dissipating. Oh, it's about Simon. He's still there though.
Wait. It happens, Ty. You chillin'.
So many moments that util just narrowly avoided. These are the fault lines. Still here. Doubled up high-low. Simon taking that point. 4-piece in the end. That's what EDG needed.
They've also seen Simon's ripping it on the
This is based on service.
Yeah.
And the thing is that like I don't even really talk to them, to be honest.
Sassy though, he realizes it. There's no follow-up off the back of it. Doesn't hear any footsteps, so Sentinels just contain that. Bring it down into the 4v4, slow it all the way down, realizing that they've lost control, but it was Kyedae losing track of where these players could potentially be. John QT puts him in his place and spraying him down through the cage.
Wait, nobody got 0 tag on Amin there.
It's gone tipsy-turvy. EDG. What should have been a great opener. They've overthunk, I think, into the round itself. Teacher's low, great movement. Slightly ajar, just making it so damn uncomfortable for these EDG players to stand their ground and take these
But no, I always tip regardless, if I'm going to be completely honest. The US is expensive.
Just not quite connecting still. They want to square of Simon.
I want to see that. I need to see that replay. Dude, I swear I've been seeing some like insane kill feed from like Simon.
Cut noise now, go for the rest of the hit, but he has opened his sight up now. In and away, John QT.
Oh my god, they're so low.
In through the smoke as well, the slightest of reveals, and the bullets just not quite landing onto Kang, but potentially done enough here. Played Sassy in through, onto the flank, right through the wall. Still making go of things here, EDG. Trying to make that play. Good trade by TenZ once more, but the smoke dropped down. Now with a paranoia, all added on top. Leaving it just down to TenZ, and he's doing damage right through the wall. Isolates the 1-4 bullet.
Yes!
Oh my!
Tyson!
TenZ!
Well done!
Stopped. Frantic
I love it. No, me too. It's so funny.
Try and pull somebody util out as well. Fake the presence. Second.
Wow.
The cage helps him. How's he getting away? That's ridiculous. Glides himself back as well. And back and forth we go. It's EDG scrambling for a chance.
Look at Zach.
He's still alive. Overdrive.
Go, go,
in
go.
his hands. And he wants more. Never bite of the apple. But discipline is called for.
He's having so much
like
fun.
This, and they temper around down at that minute mark. Celsius, flash, re-exploration, re-clearing, double held though, and that is Sentinels getting ahead of themselves.
It's okay. It's okay to overheat. You're already up.
Could he be the playmaker here?
Odin.
EDG are quite trapped. They don't quite know where everybody is.
Full map control lost. Sassy, Smokey. He's watching for that peak. The slow walk around the corner.
Wait, look at Jordan with 14 assists, man. Holy.
Plan down from Simon, but the smoke was watched the entire time.
Great run from Smoggy.
Smoggy's turn to really come alive.
Yeah, wait, I low-key am so like schizo there. I just like, I'm like reading chat, I'm like laughing at some of the comments, but I'm just not saying anything. So you guys are probably like, what the fuck is this bitch even laughing about?
She dropped. The flank opened up.
Sorry. Oh my god.
Sentinels. They know that they can play this one nice and safe.
I'm in a giggly mood.
Broken. Nice awareness.
Yeah, shock dart has to be used to make sure to get rid of that one though, but he planned down.
You need good defensive utility here from the post planters. Paranoia, Aftershock has to be used to keep them back.
It's going to be used. Eye for an eye when it comes to the util. Aftershock even down into hell. Sentinels are being kept out of the fight.
Wow.
Kang will ensure that they don't step past it.
That was actually pretty nuts.
Right there with him. The feed is filled up. All with red. And hunting, chasing. John QT. Fully blinded.
Do they have a eco-round strategy to work with here? Yeah, it's another one of those smokes that goes inside a wall. With the idea being you can dodge the recon dart. And Zekken can swing out from an unexpected position. He's also playing anti-flash in that spot as well, right? If Simon did go for that flash through bricks. But EDG not going to send with any pace on the anti-eco. And they have been playing these kind of rounds really slowly, very cautiously.
Sentinels are ready to meet them. See if the weaponry does make that difference here with a stuns. Util offloaded into the corner. Kang just can't really hold it down with a steady ground, but still, as those smokes fade away, overdrive! Kang!
It's actually smart to pop out here.
An electric performance from him, still adjusting TenZ. Difficult shot for him to hit. Sheriff in hand, 4-piece. Hunting down the remaining
He's gonna go for the ace.
John QT, quaking in his boots! Oh. But he will not give up that ace. Hiding away. Edge of the smoke just might reveal.
Hey, you're pissing me off.
What they're going for here. The drone has to be
Oh, you made me angry? Oh.
Making an attempt to play for that A lobby control, inserting Smoggy, potentially for the long hauls. Util's going to be used, pulled out of them. They don't want anything to do with it. Hunter's Fury.
Oh, wow.
Some tags onto a few of these players. Yeah, Kang.
Nice.
He was dodging, was weaving, was hoping.
That's a good fight.
To be unaccounted for. And here's the reaction. EDG now making the moves over towards C.
Rolling Thunder active. Do they play aggressive with it?
They
want to. We saw Sen fail in this spot before.
They're going to let it loose. Let it rip in through the back. But it's so easy to overextend if you're the attackers. That's broken. That's the trigger. They want to try and go for this one. Smokes in their face. Aftershock as well. Rifles in play at work. Fault line. And get Sentinels back into the fight and back into the fray. Cut them off. Paranoia is perfect. Players are there. Sliding, gliding forwards. It's dropped to his knees.
Sliding into them.
But EDG has to watch in dismay.
Very non-standard from EDG, and we're going to get a clash on Mound.
Here's a hard read as the C's laid up and over.
Woo! Nice.
And yeah, paint shells.
No, I think they got the read on this.
Exactly.
You couldn't get a better indication.
It would have been better for us to kill the breach player over the fade, though. Because, like, look at...
And they were actually aiming for Simon in
He's
that
got
spot.
full utility.
They may have just let it go anyway. As it was the last time they played on Lotus, they hard read what Gen G were bringing out.
You sure Ukrainian cuisine?
Are they gonna?
Oh yeah, I already have. I grew up eating Ukrainian food too.
Pressured a little bit here, but there's always the pivot through that blue room.
I'm quarter Ukrainian.
That's where they're going. End on B.
Smoggy earned himself a lot of space for the rest of his team, and yet that is an open avenue as a flash and a peek from Smoggy, but nobody from Sentinels overstepping themselves. In fact, it's Smoggy who's worse for the wear. Might be calling for another refight. They are grouped up. I believe that's 3 players of EDG looking for the fight. They don't think Zekken is here. Cuts it up close.
You quarter everything?
Boombot in his hands,
no,
lets it loose. We'll take that contact in through the smoke.
12.5%
And the fight has to be taken. Risks in order for EDG to bail themselves out of this spot. But they just cannot hold a candle.
I love Borscht. But chat, my last name, people keep thinking that I'm lying about being Ukrainian. 1, why would I lie about that? And 2, my last name is Shimko.
Accumulating.
Like,
mountain down to this.
That is not Japanese. That's Ukrainian.
They've been in rough spots before, this Sentinel squad as well. And for how much this means for EDG in this series, where a win would get them top 3 for Sentinels, they've already reached those heights and more. They've lifted a trophy. On display, I think, from that preparation. Tens doesn't overstep himself, just takes the 1 player. Kang drop down and out. Zekken with a re-exploration, realizing that these players are split up, and now it's time for a bit of orb farming. Zekken is going to want to try and potentially get that ult closer and closer to being online. Simon.
That was scary.
Tune him up.
Wait, there's a Phantom.
Nobody, and it's brought it down to a 1v3, but with nobody low enough, as it is, Boombot spotting him as well. Nobody's just tapping this one. We've only
Look at the size of my eyes.
It looks like he's just trying to save the gun.
He's trying to, yeah, save a gun, potentially catch that kill, but wasn't expecting to win that one. Heavily impactful. Basically defines the way that you do play the map of Lotus with this composition. Very much all in, though, from EDG. In through B.
Holy shit, he just solo took B.
Pressure here towards Heaven onto John Kyedae, who only has a Ghost. That could be the win con for EDG.
Making sure that they can dominate a portion of the post plan here. John, seemingly aware of it, though. He just catches that contact and he makes the call that they are playing up towards Heaven. The question is, does Sen have anything to deal with it? Bullets flying forwards. Luck at a draw was what they were hoping for. Simon doesn't need luck on his side. The round is dusted for
I don't remember.
What a spot to put your breach in.
Yeah.
Smoggy
He was a sub, I think? Okay.
As well. Helping settle those nerves.
Chichu clearing most of this. It's the Sentinels players, though. They're lying in wait, and the paranoia triggers the play. Still, Chichu still there!
Oh.
And this guy is ready to punish them for the hubris, thinking that they could take that fight open and out. Sassy going for that repeak.
That was nice.
Trade not in sight.
Sen have actually doubled up here. Looks like it could well catch EDG off guard.
Alpha advantage, though, for EDG. A couple of different avenues, but not pushed together!
Wow.
John, where have you pulled that one from? The brink, seemingly, it leaves it all down to Smoggy.
This is very winnable.
Time will start to tick onto this one here, and he's isolating his voice line.
Nice, boys! Well done.
To the pressure.
If Simon rips his ult, all 3 players could be caught.
Zekken's close to the showstopper, and he's going to let him rip! Early on, well, at least not even getting the kill. Damage done. Nobody's still surviving. Here's the Rolling Thunder, but they've crossed it up onto the corner. Intense and Sassy will punish them for stepping past that.
Taking Spawn,
I'm not gonna lie.
Waterfall, ready to fight these guys, deny the plant before it even comes through.
Hardest read.
John's so far ahead of the game.
If I jinx this, you guys,
Following the sound
just
cues as well, Simon.
blame it on me.
Sticking with the plant, he doesn't
But-
even get that.
Spike down. C.
I doubt.
Bullets precisely lay it down exactly when they were
EDG
needed.
are
And
gonna-
Chichu's just praying, hoping that he doesn't receive the same fate. Spike planted,
Nah,
but
this
it's
shit
not
is
in a
free.
great spot
Yeah,
here. With the
seems
paranoia
like it.
sweeping its way through, it's down to instinct and timing. Chichu still traded off. Only with the one. Smoggy smoked off and away in a crossfire.
Has Sentinels
other
impressed
players
your
will be feeling that
expectations
right now
this
as well.
champs? Also, what do you think Sen can improve
Sassy,
on from
they
what you're seeing?
understand it.
Oh, Mike.
They've been both through the
I
hard
always
times
knew
as
that
well
Sen
as
was
the
a
good.
really, really
for
good
sure.
team, and I
They're
know a
trying to
lot of
bring
people were
the peak
underestimating
of the
them
right
because of the
to
deadlock
last
shit
year.
that we were seeing, you guys. Oh, that was fucking painful, I'm not gonna lie. My
That's one of
God.
the massive
I
difference
remember
between
Tyson
two
was
teams.
talking to
Sen
me
are
about
trying
when
to
they
fight
started
as
playing
an org.
Senti,
That
right?
POV
And like, don't
for
get me
that
wrong, I
third trophy,
see
that
the
third
vision because like
Whereas it would be
in a
EDG's
comp,
first attempt to
like
even
in the
make
default
top three
comp where
a
KO
podium
is
finish,
played,
minimum
if you run a
bronze
double
in
Senti,
this tournament, if
like
we were able
they
to come
are
back
always
here.
going to hit one
But it would
site where the
take
util
something-
is going to be up,
some
right?
incredible
So like there's a
resilience,
lot of
'cause
like
right now they're
space
looking
now in
beaten
that
down.
regard, but like it just
And they
wasn't really
need this
working for
round.
them in their playstyle.
Economy
I remember
is getting
seeing it for this
stretched.
first time and it was just like horrendous.
Well played, though.
So now that they're just going back to regular comps, they're looking so good.
The side, Chichu sticking
Honestly-
with the TP in through. You're in the smoke already. TP crossed up under the corner. Kang. It's a different look for EDG.
And
Still
they're all
finding it
just on their A
difficult to even get
game.
this plan down.
They can win against
Nobody with the
anyone.
plan. Nightfall
So-
now. Going to be used and expended. Sentinels trying to use this to get themselves in. And John QT scatters their ashes to the wind. Chichu will have to hold it down out through the back move with all sound cut away. Not long for this world. Smoggy left. Isolating. Heads are popping. Sassy sticking onto the half. The util is good. Best chance in a long while. They've got to deal with Sassy. Not dead yet. Sassy sticking, but the
Oh my
swing
God, just
coming
imagine.
through. Like a gamble on his part with a pixel angle, but he's going to be retreating now. Throw into the back of the side. EDG, they want to go rapid. Increase of the tempo. Overdrive as well. That's put in a squeeze. And Tens tested in that moment.
Sean, I'm going to be completely
Can't
honest with
offset
you.
EDG.
I think within the next few
Overwhelming him as the
years,
smokes dissipate too. John QT
the
is fully
Korean teams
unaware.
and the Chinese teams are just
Nades
absolutely going
ricocheting,
to dominate
but it matters not.
Valorant, just like
Smoggy
League.
right there.
Do have
With
it
not
in
even
them.
having like that
What
much
a
time in
beautiful change
comparison.
of tempo.
I can see a world.
Just when it looks like they're down and out, they put together two very nice rounds.
Like China in particular, chat, like I underestimated the absolute
Utilizing the
fuck
fact
out of
that
them.
Sen have
And
been a
I
bit
genuinely
timid
apologize. Not like
over
any of them
Rubble.
give a fuck. They're like, bro,
Haven't put
Kyedae,
together a
what?
round where Sen have gone
She
for
doesn't
the
know
full
shit.
denial.
But I literally placed every Chinese team at the bottom of my
Seen
pick'ems.
spots where Celsius has
for
clutched
groups.
in that position before, but he's got no hope here.
I don't know.
EDG, come out of the attack timeout, read Sen perfectly.
Great ideas. Center in position though to try and make it a go of this one with the flood defense. Rocket to the floor, and it finds the contact and target exactly. Zekken was looking for, almost beamed down into the process, but it's a kill advantage, and that puts the uncertainty in place here for EDG into tap. And Smoggy cuts it up onto
Find
the angle
out
as they're
right
trying
now,
to
if
evacuate
I'm
and
gonna be
make that
completely
pivot
honest.
possible out towards B. There's still players at their backs. Sentinels could be ready to remove a few lives. Peek from Sassy. And it's flanks on flanks, the timing's round and round we go. Simon
giving it away.
reveals it. It's a phone line. He's trying to play his team back in, but from that angle, John QT is
That was
the
a really good
razor.
insert.
He thought it was coming
Yeah.
from sight.
It's precarious. He feels like he can't really make the tap happen. Contact, high-low, EDG. Waiting to strike that time pressure. Sentinels, you're running out of wing cons. You've got to stick this at some point. Circle's got to be shrinking at some point here. Locking it down onto the
Wow.
corner and half not earned. It's EDG. Bringing it back.
I don't want to
EDG
find
are
out for a
even
bit.
happier knowing that there's 4 players committed to A at the beginning of the rounds.
There's going to be another level to this one. There was a Paranoia and a Prowler used by EDG. Rolling Thunder is earned, and Simon has it primed and ready. Up and over the top. A lot of angles to account for. That is composure from Kang, and he wants to take it one step further. Still defended.
Tens the backstab through Waterfall as well.
Unorthodox with the
Wow, what a
angle. Nobody.
swing.
It is
What a
aim
haunt.
train to the skies. Yep, that haunt. It still gets the value and still gets the damage done. Chichu can't land it with a spray, but eventually there. Stun still connecting. Sassy now sticking. Defended. Up and around, and Simon's left to do it all from that
Wow.
spot. It's just not possible.
Right there.
Pluck him out of the picture, taking him out with a head. As Paranoia is beautiful, blinding up into this spot. Smoggy is putting the squeeze on alongside Chichu.
I love
I
that
feel
read.
like I haven't
Smoggy
really
and
seen
Chichu there, ready
Smoggy use
to
his like,
backstab
is it
the
called
people trying
metal
to punish
chat?
Val.
Like the decay.
Gee,
I feel like I haven't seen it that much.
Remarkably good these last
But also,
5 or so rounds.
Then trying to
It's
go
kind
for
of hard
round
to.
2. While this is going on, though, it's EDG that somehow has been flipped
I
up
said
against
that, and
it.
then you
with
just
Chicho
threw
being
it.
dropped. Smokey now has to contain and contest alongside the flank. Never go around with the door rotating. It's random sprays and rifles.
Wow.
Well trained and sealed up with every single kill. Sassy scurrying to save the weapon into the next. This is EDG. Burns an ult. John is committing this pit.
Whoa, I have not seen a deep
play.
A pit like this.
EDG might want to accelerate
Because
here
people
into
always
C.
do
It's
the
only
C one.
Zelsis. He can pop down the ult, but he might get pressured in waterfall.
Yeah. Nano Swarms. Could be deaded here.
I don't know. I don't know if I like this pit.
Lockdown. It's never to really clear this one. You have to take this one. Fighting straight up. Brute force on display. Blinded up, though, and the util is overwhelming. Sheer cacophony of it. Nothing to clear it. Respect has to be shown. EDG now have to back away. Cut away with the sound cues. They don't even know if anybody's onto this one, but just peering up and over, spamming away, still earning their way into a round win. EDG and Kang ahead of the curve, unaccounted for.
That would leave Kang in a very exposed position.
Bill Kang. Maybe spotted. Yes, indeed. The season nade. It rebounds as well, but there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide on against it. Util combo.
It's nice.
Unfortunate.
Tefi, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Kill handed over to Sen, but there's still chances for EDG.
Thank you.
They're doubled up. It's a high-low waiting for the bodies to come flying forwards here. Playing up the sound cue. Stun was good and stopping them in their tracks.
Oh
Sentinels cannot cross that line, and the barrier just not there for them. Zelsis
Whoa.
time.
Jordan,
the
Sheriff God.
Defense 4 seconds left. They gotta stick this one. It needs to be covered. Chicho.
No.
He wins the day. John QT was not there in time. And so EDG with a pistol round. One has to be accounted for, but Smokey.
Oh my.
I'm expecting that there could be players up in the smoke.
Casper, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Purpose of it. Handed over
Thank
again.
you.
Simon's good though.
Simon's been asked to do so much in this match, and he's been there
That
for
lazy.
it every time.
What are you doing,
What a
bro?
warrior for EDG.
As long as there's that caution from EDG, they should be able to find a way through this round here. Kill. Chichu wins it out. Zekin's quite there. Rapid onto the approach, but right behind him is Kang. Trying to take him out. Pesky problem up through heaven. Tap already, and the movement is nice. A jar, snappy from John, but Simon sticking a defuse. Full confidence in the rest of his team as well to cover that one still.
You want to die here?
Then will make it expensive.
All right. I did say 2-0. This is an attack-sided map, and this is their first like full buy run, a buy round with guns. So we'll see how this round goes.
They're worried about a trap play potentially. Celsius one away now from the lockdown. It's one of the things that this EDG comp is good at when you're running the double initiator.
But you can see the pings on the minimap. They're going to make it look like they're re-clearing onto rubble.
And trying to push his players back. What is that
Oh
from
no!
nobody? Close quarters. A buy round for Sen.
This is
Full
fucked.
investment with the rifle. Simon, he's ahead
Wait.
of most of that util.
That's great.
They're just giving
Thank you,
Sentinels a
Simon.
wink on and into the round.
This is still very winnable now.
It's all split up by Sen as well. Everybody's just willing to take their own fights here. The rifle out open. What
Wow.
an adjustment. Nobody
Shit.
snaps to the sides. Dismisses John as easily as that. Sassy, his turn to step up, but the movement at Jar just makes it so damn awkward. Tens up and ready. Smoke in his face, 60 HP. Not just a tap, it's a full stick as well from Kang with the smoke as well. The play around comes down to the RNG.
The Tyson got 2 there?
Just not landing for him.
Surprised.
EDG.
I don't think I don't take
opening.
things personally.
Could go wrong very easily. Prowler catches
Like,
up onto Kang.
it's
He's
chill.
expended. Tens has the TP to evacuate.
I tried to chill out as best as I possibly could.
It's just a shoulder peeking out, trying to bait this shot. Simon can't maintain it. It's rattled back and forth here, but with the Sheriffs, Sentinels are trying to make this one work. An ultimate pulled out with a nightfall and a flank occurring right from the back. This will put a squeeze onto the remaining Sen players. Up to them to try and bail themselves out with the heroics, and an ult committed. Damage done. Decay is still there. Sassy, weak as anything, doesn't know that the players are rapidly approaching.
Oh wow.
And they dismantled the hold that Sen were just desperately trying to cling to on the site.
The PCs are provided by Riot. There's admin all around. They check all of the.
The stun is perfect. Kang is right there, up onto it. Paranoia slightly misses. Ultra expended, ultra committed. And EDG, you put everything into this. But they topple,
wow.
they fall.
Because they know that was a bait towards A.
It's a brutal one to take.
Huge Tyson.
The threat is
Is the
actually
anti-cheat
being
good in Valorant?
worse
Although
than
people still complain about cheaters, I think, like from what I've heard from people who play a lot of games, they said that Valorant has by far one of the best anti-cheats in games. So
Be proactive.
don't take my word for it personally, because I don't play other games, but for people that play a lot of other games, they say that it's one of the best. So
It's handed Sen that 7th round here. They're still down by 3 with EDG. And
Oh, wow.
accounted for, spotted onto the corner. Here's the response. Showstopper ricochets and claims Smokey.
If he was playing that post plant on site, he would have been very isolated. And we saw John being disconnected on the lurk was critical in terms of how they lost the pistol round.
Fault line used here. Simon's position. They're going to know this is online. Lockdown has to be defended as well. Stuns, ricochet
wow.
second. Couldn't hold a candle to it. Kyedae's there, spraying, spamming, praying that they can do it. But they can't break the lockdown in time. It was to increase the heat. The tempo there for it, just making sure he's the distraction already.
Nice.
The circle shrinks.
great round.
Time escapes EDG into that spot. All goes wrong with no way to clear that lockdown.
Just gonna hit
Put
C here.
some partial investment into it with nobody rifle in hand. He's dropped down to 300 credits, but Sentinels, they catch most of the signs of life, and now they want to send it out towards this C site. There are players ready to play spoiler. Waterfall, it's not being cleared. Open angle's not presented to Kyedae. He can't be collecting any of these kills, and the C's dodged in the moment. Still another tap, Sassy. He's waiting for round 2. Smoke to try and play themselves in and cut up the side. It's one from Tens himself, realizing they've lost control of most of this one. 50 seconds left, stun, in for the back, nobody, just can't land it. Shots going wide, up and around, second high ground angle. And that slight pause that Sentinels are willing to place into the round. It's enough for EDG to just overextend themselves enough.
They baited out. As you said, that slight overextension from the retakers. And at that point, it's an eco advantage. They've got the pace to do it.
Yeah, most of it's going to be fading as well. Chichu does have that open access. Door's going to be broken down. Kyedae, he's already ripped this one away, but it's traded. In kind. Tens is there. Satchel play. Beautiful. Tracking. Chichu's there. Aware of the fact that there could be that second player. And drops Tens out of action. Reload committed. Side by side. Needs to play this one in for the rest of his team. Accounted for. But time
to plant, boy.
4 seconds left. And at this point, it's against them. They realize it. EDG backing away. Nobody just has to survive. And it's a round win for EDG up to 11. Gets acknowledgement over towards C. The horn wasn't broken. They know there's a player now. Out towards the back of the site. The snake
It would obviously be like a very later game thing, but
he's here to save the day for him, though. Still holding on to control of this one and
Stop them getting into the C site.
do what?
He's holding it
I
down.
don't know what you're talking about.
Beaming him down. Still got the ult as well. It's not dead yet. Nobody up and over the top. Punish onto Tens. Nana
Not
swarms.
gonna
Shredding them to pieces
lie.
onto the back of the site.
We're not
here, but
looking the
smoke's
greatest
dissipate.
on this map.
Smokey is alive. And Sassy once more. Time drifting away. It's a 12th round now for EDG.
What light stick is that?
They can taste
Sentinels!
it. They're on the brink. Gang.
If you look in
Almost there,
the
across their
top
placement wasn't, but still he
corner
snaps it
chat, in the top
back.
left,
Well
it'll
aligned.
show you guys
Accounting
which
for
maps are going to be
everybody.
coming up.
Spike down A.
And Sen just cannot hold against it. Showstopper now used this desperation. Following the traces, second takes the gamble. But all that play, all that work, it's an ult expended to no avail.
My ult is ready.
Celsius dropped.
Uh-oh.
The options are
30
withering
seconds
away.
left.
For EDG, they can feel it, they know it. Sunset is ready and waiting. It's primed for them here. Nightfall scatters, Tens is low, no more sound cues to work off of. Haunt lights him up. The TP to adjust, but again, he's no long for the world. Second, last one left. And he cannot dodge this util. EDG are ready to swarm, ready to collect. It'll take a miracle to stop it at this point. They are not ready to
Third
let it
map we
happen.
go.
EDG
All right, it's
will
okay.
not be
It's
denied a
sunset.
chance for greatness. You're going to be hearing most of his presence, but he hears no footsteps off the back of it. He might just think
Yeah,
it's,
we're going to play Red Dead Redemption 2.
yeah, false presence at that. Still, it's going to be util being used to try and bail him out. It's Kyedae sends it flying with the rally bolt here. Stuns flying. Okay, with the right clicks as well. No kills to be earned. And paving the way over towards the A site. John QT is going to be a lot asked of him. Smoggy is way ahead of the rest of most of his team, in fact, through the cage, almost claiming a second.
This is good, this is good.
Put him, commits to this one, but 4 players alive as Sen and they are grouped up with that pack mentality. Emphasis being placed now on Chichu. Second is low enough, he takes that first point, and precision is just unreal. Chiju's done enough time taking away the nade at the feet, isolating the fights away. It's getting tested, it's getting stretched, and nobody takes precisely the right moment.
And Sen were kind of slow to adapt on their defense side as well. When we flip halves, you're getting the best of both teams. But for this one, the door's open for somebody to make an improvement over what we saw previously and run away with things.
Senna gonna try and dish it out still with these pistols.
Nice.
Alive, Sassy follows up, blind. It's a bit delayed and late here from Smoggy. They still want to get active though.
They know that everybody's here. They should be leaving. They should have left ages ago. And now when they finally make the maneuver, Tens is already reading it. He's already in front of them. That could have been a freebie.
Could have been. 11.5. He's waiting precisely to strike where it hurts most.
Nice.
Smoggy dropped
Good
down
job, Ty.
and forced to watch in horror as his team and the rest of the round getting let loose and slipping from their grasp. The plan, I mean, it has to be a safe one from Simon. Tucks it into the back. Sassy trying to get ahead of it. And EDG do not let the round get away from them.
He's playing this then.
One of the problems that I was having with the way that Sen were playing on this map, they were playing very passive holds on the B site.
Oh, the counting for John.
That's nasty.
Good job, Zach.
Put some more damage and herd into these EDG players still out through mid. To attempting to pluck some of these players out
This is
of
scary.
the picture. Tens still holding. And the rifle aim is
Tyson,
there.
why do you
Not
keep
enough to
pulling
escape,
your
though.
goddamn...
The supplement of the fire by Smoggy does manage to trade that one out.
Oh my
Nade.
god,
It's
he
out,
has
but it
such a
does
bad
miss. Off to the
CS
side,
habit
Sassy
with
sticking.
that.
Anything else to push this one back needs to be defended. Second, he can't really let this one loose. Still, it's half already onto the board.
No.
And the mid flanks and the fight from main. Damage is done. Value gain, potentially a round win at that. Fight forced out. Second with a tap, but he is traded in the end. Resilience is showcased. EDG.
Should we reverse jinx?
willing
EDG
to take a
wins.
step back here, but Kang might be regretting that one. Offset here, overdrive is available. Flash through into the back. That's Simon looking to hold his own ground against this. Smoke dominated. Nobody's still trying to command that position. But he falls. Simon will have to retreat now. His back's against the wall. Smoggy defending at least a portion of it. Aftershock into the corner. Tenuous here for EDG, but they still have those rifles. It's going to be a big advantage working potentially for them. Picked up with the upgrades. John QT fires straight back at them. And the bait and switch leaping into the fight. Taking no prisoners. Sentinels really had no right winning that. Top section of mid, so nobody really has to watch it. They've got a cam laid in market to take the contact of this one. They spot him. Nobody. Past it.
The cam's always going to get cleared there because people are always
EDG wins this round.
It's the spot that he loves.
And so that means that they're forced to play a lot of B retakes.
There's danger here.
There is, even with full rifles for Sentinels, there is danger because these B-lane post plants are so overpowered on
Kill
Sunset.
trips. I mean, nobody's got an ult. He's already getting into position. Be able to play this one. And Sen don't have a lot of time to work with. Kill trips. Chewing up these players. Rooted into spot from Sentinels. They've got to find a way to navigate it. Sassy defusing. Sticking. Reveal up. Hunter's Fury. Sassy! My God! It's down to the wire. Down to the brink. Half earned. But Zelsis is the last chance for him! The gang will not let it slip!
Is anyone going to be able to control the backside of B?
Not playing the Cypher offside, John QT. They get caught. No command emanating out, that means the trips go online too. We're hoping to play some kill trip setups as well.
And they drop off.
Is Loki funny how a trip,
wasn't willing.
Once more, Senna going to be tested. This time, we're trying to hold on for these retakes as well. Nobody. That first point of contact. Moves the one, the trade online out of Nightfall. Scatters his way through, in through the main angle. Noise. Cut away. Zekin with the defuse, but he's pushed back from some form of the util. Overdrive popped off. Kang! Goodness me!
What?
Tears them to pieces. TP up and over. Tenstat is precise. And he's got to be keen, surgical. Whipping his way through and behind. He's going to try and defend this one.
Fuck.
Down, but
That's such unlucky timing.
Potential. G2. Spotted the one. Shock dance flying forwards. Again, the setup is not over towards that direction, but a fight one out with Sassy dropped. Open access now towards the A site.
A sharp from Smoggy.
Kill trips though. Doesn't have the gun for the job. It's just damage. Chews up Kang.
Good lurk timing.
Yeah, great lurk timing. At that, the trade might be a little bit more impressive there from Zelsis. The fact that he does that with the classic in hand, but he won't be able to get much more. Done from the edge. I mean, Zekin. He glides, hoping to use the precision.
Kang picks up tens in mid.
Nothing to watch market or top mid. This was getting exploited towards the end of the map by DRX when Sentinels were going up against them.
And I said that EDG love doing this kind of thing. Probing, seeing if they can get Kang or Chishu into this kind of spot. Does Sen deal with it?
Zeltas is in position. It's going to be a fault line off the back of that.
All good. Start with one.
From EDG's part of things, Kang punishes it. All the footsteps pointing towards it. Rolling Thunder is to try and shore up, stem the bleeding.
Yeah,
stop it in his tracks.
You can't follow up on that. That's just to stop EDG from running away with the round. That's purely for map control, the breach ult.
Sassy will be in hot water. Now to him, the util, the gun into his hand, whether or not he can push this back. Dodging, sidestepping. Most of the util gives up access to the site, but as long as he hold on to elbow control, and he can't even do that. Chichu comes around the corner like an absolute Ferrari. Celsius, nobody noted. Smoke in their faces, spamming, spraying away, trying to pave the way to success, but Sentinels, they need RNG on their side. Only to one, and they're just getting collected, corralled into the corner. I'm spotting it. Fault line slowing them down here. It's a refight called Sentinels.
This is good, this is good.
They want to get straight into the fight.
This is good.
Flash called for, and one out.
Stop.
Kang might have something to say about it.
Stop. We have
down to the bottom section. The squeeze of Sen, they have full control over towards mid. Will take heroics, and with the damage done, weakened up. Kang cannot stand against most of it. Nobody foolproof from Sentinels at this point as well. Baits that peak. Seeing if he can spot these players out. Finally, second. Util being used, including the flash as well. It's a pretty big indicator to EDG. Most of the players stacked over from Sen over towards A main. And surely they don't overstep themselves. They're going for another fight.
Oh my god, this is scary. Fuck, I feel really ill.
Massive fight in A. EDG are trying to make it feel like they're in mid and bait out this re-clear from Sen.
And this is going to be huge.
What Util did even have as well. Contact cord as well. Fault line is late. Celsius.
Now that they're playing a little bit of a better game, EDG are just pulling it back out of their grasp. The call in there from nobody is so strong. Util and John, he is not holding on to this weapon. He's got players behind and in front.
So EDG can take their time with it. Contact most of the way. The trips will not be oh, as I say that, I wasn't expecting them to get Valley. They spotted them out onto the corner. Still John takes down Smoggy. Drops him to the floor. Fury has to be dodged and juked and avoided. Let's skip rope over it. Kang though, still here. Chichu takes up the space, stands tall, stands strong, and will not be denied. It's a monstrous performance from many individuals on EDG, but full credit to the entirety of this squad. That's the trigger to try and slow them down, but there will be no follow-up. And Chichu, my God! This guy, he won't be denied. Playing in through Kang. He's hungry for more. There's blood in the water sense, but punishment in sight. Assassi will drop him eventually. Down to his knees, but it's still EDG in control. Backside players, B main still theirs. We've seen Sen perform miracles, but this, just a little too unlikely. When EDG are setting up pop players like this, squeezing Sen for absolutely every inch of space. There is no chance in hell for them here. We've heard the phrase, one round at a time. It's going to have to be the case here for Sentinels. Being pushed back immediately. Signs of resistance. EDG are holding this one. Plenty of players now to try and take this contact and take these fights. Names stricken off the record with nobody leading it for his team. And they want even more. Not content with just laying claim to just a few tens. Drop down, pistol round for EDG.
I will be starting my stress eating journey.
A final desperate jump forwards from Sen.
Access over towards B, so full side control plan going down and through the back of the sides. Oh my! Chichu, the util, just augments the hold and puts the squeeze on the Sentinels team. They have to barrel their own way past it, but with subpar weaponry and one left alive second. Miracles are asked for. Picks up the weapon, but no long again for the world and the round.
Dude, EDG is just running them down. Holy fuck.
It's gained and granted EDG.
You could even bank up a bunch of ults and just try to finish things out in one glorious moment.
No stress at all. Outlaw in the hands of Kang. All the way down, and Zekin's desperate for the kill.
Can you message Sean?
Does hunt it down, but EDG are going to be hot on the heels of all these players. The four-player flank to pounce on any of these players. Zeltas with just the one before he's dropped, but info given up over to them. Tens now with that task. Challenge ahead of him. Players ready to fall here. Chichu responds, returns with a fire. EDG with rifles in hand, well trained now onto all these spots. The Prowler, it's an opportunity, but immediately defensive util. We were pointing it out, the paranoia is perfect. There's pressure applied onto these EG anchoring players and still trying to take the fight up through the gut. Different directions here, still beaming them down. Simon dropped to his knees, maybe handed them over that weaponry in all tens. Collecting the kills off through the flank, overdrive. So Sentinels will be able to stay alive a little bit longer.
And the pathing is great. Sen's attack side is fantastic on Sunset. There's no denying that. But Sen have found their way into the A side fairly early on here.
The sound cues are going to be found! My God! Kang! He's doing them dirty now. Can't quite gain the rifle, but picking apart the Sen players. The offense, the attack, the aggression is met. Tens has to answer, and will do just that!
But it seems unlikely that it will be this round that takes EDG forwards. Tens, what a monster.
Bring them down.
Over the Prowler. Util used too, but it's paranoia immediately going forward. Chichu! This is his area, this is his domain. But he is cleaned up nevertheless. Chopped up into pieces and spitting them all the way out. Nobody seeking to plug those gaps. It's the crosshair placement, but they are rapidly now getting themselves into position. Onto the site. Stun is excellent. Flash though, peek. Immediately there. Gonna be traded out and over, spraying them down with the rifles. Heroics and a bit of luck at play. EDG are hoping for it. Through the box now. Simon and Smokey. They can get it done.
They can do these kind of things, but it's not consistent, and really it shouldn't be possible.
On a stage like this as well, when there's never been more pressure. And this is a trap play if I've ever seen one. Paranoia sweeps, stun alongside it. Rattling with the Sheriff in hand. Chewing up the Sentinels players. Not many options are available to you, and Celtics, he didn't have a clue. Blinded up, Spike dropped down into the laps of EDG. You can feel it, Spike picked back up, earns itself. Sassy, a lot to adjust and overcome. Tens is down and out. EDG.
GG.
They end it all. They take it over that line, and they break past their limits.
Well played, man. They actually played so fucking good.
From them.